הלו, טסטינג, הכל עובד? אני דווקא מקווה שהכל יעבוד. משום מה זה אמר לי שהמיקרופון לא עובד. לי נראה שהכל בסדר. בוא נברר את הווליום. אוקיי, זה עובד. פרפקט. ברוכים הבאים לגרנד ריטרן שלי. יש לי חודש. Let's not fuck this up. ועכשיו בגלל שעבר 5 דקות, לא אמור להיות לנו בעיה לגשת ישר למשחק. בוי! איזה כיף זה. התגעגעתי לשחק Investigations 2 דווקא. מבין שני המשחקים שיש, Apollo Justice ו-Electric Spirit of Justice. ו-Investigations 2, גיימפלי ווייז אני יותר אוהבת Investigations 2. אבל יש לי קצת בעיה, וזהו אני אומר את זה גם מתי שיש לי בייסים ל-Spirit of Justice. בוא נברר אם הכל נשמע טוב. קצת תגביר. זהו. נראה לי זה בסדר. אז אוקיי, בוא ניגש לזה. פיינלי. בואו נמשיך בקפטיב טרנאבאוט. כל כך הרבה זמן חיכיתי להמשיך פה. ועכשיו סוף כל סוף יש לי את ההזדמנות. אם הכל יהיה בסדר, תצפו לספיריט אוף ג'סטיס. אני קורא לזה אפולו ג'סטיס, ספיריט אוף ג'סטיס. תצפו לספיריט אוף ג'סטיס מחר. יש לי חודש. Let's make this count. fun fact, כל האנשים של Investigations 2 אולי יקבלו בעצם שינוי בקול מאשר מה שעשיתי קודם, כי עבר הרבה זמן. אז בוא נחזור ל-28 במרץ, 3:02 בצהריים, ה-Detention Center Visitors Room. You withheld information from me. Why? I didn't withhold anything, or at least I didn't mean to. Okay, so you are a member of the very big circus, right? No, I mean, yes, but no. Not really a member. I'm still new. It's irrelevant. You're still a member. Oh! Oh my... Simeon? Jesus Christ, Simeon, הכל טוב? Let's try this again. Why didn't you tell us? Because it would have looked so suspicious. Me being a performer in the circus show. And me being friends with Bronco. But if anyone found out, nobody would believe I was innocent. Not even you, okay? I thought I'd made it clear that I believed in you. But you stare at me like that. I get so terrified. You're a real smooth operator, aren't you, Miles? Any others clients getting tips you want to share? You're really not helping, Fender. And at this rate, it sounds like we really need to question him about everything all over again. So, what do you do at the circus, Simeon? I'm an animal tamer. Kind of. I'm still learning the ropes. That's so cool! Do you get to train lions and tigers and bears and stuff? Lions? Tigers and bears? Oh my. No. I work with this little guy. Oh! Money! אם כבר מדברים על ביג טופ, huh? Looks pretty tame already to me. Oh, you're not exactly a tamer. Wait, what? 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 אוקיי, רגע, זה מוזר משום מה זה קופץ על זה המיקרופון מגיב. אז רק בשביל קונטקסט. נראה לי זה בסדר אם אני אראה את זה. זה ההודעה המדויקת שהוא נותן לי, משום מה. אם נתעלם מהספונסרים, שזה סתם בזבוז זמן. זה מופיע לי. אני לא מבין בעצם למה זה מופיע לי, גם אפילו שאני נשמע בסדר. אני מברר בפלייבק, הכל יוצא טוב. אז... כן, זה באמת מוזר להגיד. כן, בוא נמשיך. מצטער על זה, זה פשוט משהו שצץ לי ואני חייב באמת להבין למה זה יוצא ככה. זה אמור לעבוד בסדר. whatever. Oh, you're not exactly a tamer. More like one of those old-timey organ grinders. No. Oh! No, money! I'm trying to... Oh, you little scamp. Oh. Okay, בוא נעשה פה רטטוי, למה לא? Something tells me it's the organ grinder who has been monkeyed around. Hit the bell. When we spoke to you before, you said you worked at a company. I was telling the truth. The circus really is a company. We all have ties and everything. Ringmaster's the CEO, and I guess you'd call me a gopher. רגע, מי הוא הרינגמאסטר האמת? אשכרה, מי הוא הרינגמאסטר עכשיו? I even have a line manager. She is head of the animal taming department. It's part of the showbiz division. She's such an inspiration. There isn't a creature in the world she couldn't convince to do her bidding. Even Miles here. I would like to see somebody whip him into shape. Not some kind of creature, Fender. So, this line manager, was she working with you on the show? Yes, it was just us two. It wasn't all that big of a job compared to what we normally do. She's usually the one performing on stage. I just do all the monkey work. But I did have a bit part this time. So, only 2 members of the circus are relevant to this case. שנייה אחת. אוקיי, הייתי חייב רגע לסדר פה משהו. Alright. Talk me through your movements here at the facility. Sure. I hate to see Bronca at around noon 2 days ago. And that was when you brought him the chess set? Yes, and that same evening I started work on setting up the stage in the yard. Oh my god. It was so hard. I had to hold everything in by myself over multiple trips. Has used one of the rooms in the prison for workshop. Workshop A, I think. A. Interesting. Okay. A is the scene of the crime. Workshop A, where Knight's body was found. You mean your boss didn't help you? No. Could never ask her to scope all that stuff around. Like I said, the monkey's work's my job. הרגע קפץ לי ההודעה הזאת במיקרופון. למה אתה אומר שאין סיגנל? למה אתה אומר שאין שום סיגנל? אתה עובד! רגע, אולי אני אקח רגע properties? אולי אני אברר פה מה הבעיה? זה לוקח מדיפולט. אז רגע אחד. There we go. איך זה נשמע עכשיו? אולי קצת יותר רועש כי fun fact בנוגע ל-voice mode. מתי שאני עושה clean אז אני נשמע יותר חזק. זה דווקא קצת רועש. אוקיי, הכל אמור להיות בסדר, הכל עכשיו אמור להיות בסדר. בוא נקווה שזה לא יגיד בעצם שיש סיגנל, כי הסיבה היחידה למה אני יכול לחשוב שזה בעיה זה בגלל שיש לי 7 דברים שיכולים טכנית להשתמש כמיקרופון, וכנראה סטרימלאבס לא יודע מה לעשות עם זה. Once it was all set up, we did a run through. It must have been, midnight by the time I left. Next morning, I was back and ready for the show. We'd start at 8 a.m., then we performed until 10. But Mr. Saint was the only one of the pair to have entered the room where the body was found. And Knight's body was found immediately after the show had ended. We got Frank, Ken. Do you have any idea why you were arrested? And why so quickly? I've never seen a guy get booked so fast. Surely even Lil Wayne would just pull somebody in on a hunch. Never underestimate the power of an undeveloped intellect. I think I might know why. When I was moving all the stuff, I went to go see how he was doing. Bronco, I mean. You went to the holding center on your own? Tell me you had permission. Oh, it wasn't a formal visit or anything, so I just snuck over and hoped no one stopped me. But you had just seen him earlier that same day. Why take the risk? I've known him since we were kids, when both of us were alone. He doesn't have any family, you see, just like me. I know he'd be feeling lonely, but he'd want somebody to talk to, so I had to go see him. You don't have any family? For a while, I had my dad, but he passed away when I was a little kid. Losing one's father as a child. I know that pain all too well. He's just like you and me, Mr. Edgeworth. There was nobody else nearby when you went to go see him? No, the other holding cells were empty and I didn't see any guards. Well, somebody must have seen you or you wouldn't be in there. Oh no! Oh no! I messed up so bad, didn't I? So the assumption is that something happened while the two were alone together. At least, I imagine that would be Winner and Judge Govell's thinking. In any case, I think we'll need to speak to your boss next. Last I heard, she's supposed to be around today, too. So we're in the yard. Tell her I'm sorry, won't you? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I let this happen. Sure thing, Simeon. We're here for you. If there's anything else we can do, just say the word. I mean, there's nothing I can do for you in return. You don't have to worry about that. We're friends. We know what it's like to be in your shoes. We're all part of the same club, after all. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately so. למה אתה מופיע שיש את הבעיה של המיקרופון? למה אתה אומר unmuted but has no signal? זה מדבר על המצלמה? כי כן, יש דווקא מצלמה מחוברת. בגלל כל מיני, בוא נגיד ככה, BS. אז רגע הולך להשתיק לעצמי פה את המיקרופון בשביל שאני אברר מה זה. שנייה אחת. אוקיי, הזזתי את המצלמה שיש. אני לא צריך בנוגע להתראות, זה כבר נהיה מטומטם. אני אעשה את זה מחדש. Unfortunately so, I'm afraid. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us. By the sound of it, you had a little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. And what's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. Rest assured, we believe you. And we will get you out of here. אוקיי, משהו שקצת יוצא מעניין. לפעמים אני מסתכל בפלייבק, כאילו אני מסתכל בפלייבק בטלפון ומסתכל גם בפלייבק, או לפחות המסך שיש לי באופן מיידי בסטרימלאבס. משום מה יש דיליי, מתי שאני עושה תנועות, משום מה זה מראה לאגים. אם אני אעשה כאילו סיבוב זה מראה את זה הרבה יותר איטי. אבל כשאני מסתכל בפלייבק, ניתן לזה רגע. זה מראה את זה חד. אולי זה בגלל דיינמיק ביטרייטס שאולי אני עשיתי במסכים. אבל אני כנראה צריך לשנות את זה אחר כך, כי זה קצת לא נוח בעצם בסטרימלאבס עצמו. אולי זה חלק מהבעיות פה. Well, what do we have here? A gosh darn defense attorney, that's what. Bravo, big guy. I can't believe I'm saying it, but you reminded me of your old man for a moment there. I did? From the book of Gregory, an attorney is a friend to the friendless. Same here, me bucko. Let's go suffer any hardship for your friendship. Things are gonna be simply amazing. I didn't realize Talk Like a Pirate Day had come early this year, Fender. But that's just the thing. You never know when a pirate will strike next. Anyway, kid, you want some candy? No, thanks. I don't like sweet stuff. Is that your car? Oh, huh. Bummer. I would not mind a nice ship myself. A great thieves galleon is for the dread pirate K. Yeah, me matey, behari's. חשבתי שזה יהיה matey's, הייתם בכלל לעשות פוקסי. We'll sail the seven seas together and claim the greatest treasure of all. The truth. זה מצחיק שאחר כך יש פיראטים בדואל דסטיניז. Shiver me timbers, you two will be the death of me. Come now, let's sail for the prison yard. But no sea shanties on the way, please. Oh my god, זה כל כך לאגי. אולי זה קשור לריפרש רייטס. זה חייב להיות קשור לריפרש רייטס. תן לי לפתוח את המסכים. וזה אתה אומר שיש בעיה במיקרופון. שנייה. הנה, מה אם אני אחבק קצב רענון דינמי? זה אני די בטוח שזה מה שהפעלתי. בואו נקווה שזה עובד עכשיו יותר טוב. Look! The shutter's open! אוקיי, נראה שהכל עובד עכשיו. כן, הכל עובד. פרפקט, תודה רבה. עכשיו הכל יסתדר יפה בתוך סטרימלאבס. חוץ מהנושא הזה של המיקרופון שאני לא מבין מה קורה פה. That's the way out to the yard, I believe. Let's go take a look! Come on! What are you waiting for? Someone's excited. אוקיי, 28 למרץ 3:37 בערב. פרזן יארד, אז אפילו לא ערב, זה אחר הצהריים. פרזן יארד! So, this is the famous yard. The circus performance was taking place here just before the body was discovered. Check it out! It's like the backdrop of some epic festival! אשכרה הבאת המצלמה שלך מקודם? Okay. Oh. Okay, laat acht. Okay, well. Most of the prisoners were assembled here when the body was discovered. Which means that anyone who saw the show has an alibi. Alright, time to take a look around. Okay! עכשיו! Oh! Stop hitting me! Help, Mr. Edgeworth! Cease and desist, you beast! Who's there? Oh! Hey, Lagina! מה אני עושה דווקא בשביל רג'ינה? האמת, Stay, Isaiah! Stay! Who's that? You found your friend to play with! Good for you, girl! Play with? Your elephant nearly ate me! No way! She would never do a thing like that! Isaiah doesn't even bite! At least, not very often. So she does have a taste for human flesh. How did you like meeting a real live elephant up close? Aren't you glad you did? Oh my god. Yeah, glad I didn't die. But you did have fun, right? Right? There, sweetie. Don't cry. She had a wonderful time, didn't you, Kay? Don't be saying let the poor girl, Fender. She did? Oh, I'm so happy! Here, let me make it up to you. How about a hug? Keep your trunk to yourself. Aw, another dear friend! Isn't this just the best day ever? I am Associate Defense Attorney Miles Edgeworth. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Regina. It's so nice to meet you. Okay, as מי הרינגלידר? רג'ינה? זה לא אבא שלך, הוא ליטרלי מת. לפני נראה לי שנתיים בערך. מתי יצא ביקטו בהשוואה ל... קפטיב? אני לא יודע. I'm Kay, Great Fifth Extraordinaire, and Mr. Associate Defense Attorney's Great Associate. This self-introduction brought to you by the word convoluted. And your elephant's newest friend is Mr. Fender, the defense attorney. Oh, she's not just any elephant. That's Isaiah, the Asian elephant. Oh, ברור, אסטיה. Isaiah stopped the second you told her to. You really have a way with animals, Regina. I won't be such of an animal tamer if I didn't. תפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון קורס! אני ליטרלי מדבר פה והכל בסדר. The fuck you mean unmuted but has no signal? לאיזה קישור אתה מדבר פה? כי רק בשביל fun fact? רק בשביל fun fact פה? רק בתור fun fact? ההודעה הזאת דווקא התחילה מתי שהמיקרופון שלי היה שקט, כי הייתי חייב לסדר משהו כמה דקות לפני בהתחלה של השידור חי. למה זה צץ לי? Whatever. What? So you're Simeon's boss? That's right! Regina Berry, head of the Animal Taming Department, Showbiz Division, Berry Big Circus. It's so lovely to meet you all. Pleasure's all ours, mademoiselle. Name's Eddie Fender. A bit of an ace attorney. So much for whipping me into shape. Yes, she's perfect. What are you muttering to yourself about, Kay? That positivity, that charisma, that energy. Lagina, you make a perfect partner in crime for the great thief Yadagarasu. I know. Great thief? That sounds like fun! My animals and I have stolen the spotlight quite a bit in our time. שנייה אחת, בת כמה רג'ינה עכשיו? 17. אם אני לא טועה, הייתה 15 באבנטס של ביג טופ. אז כן, שנתיים עברו. That's the thing we don't want to steal. Gotta keep it on down low, all stealthy ninja-like. But what's the fun about the show? The down low sounds like it might get me down. Bummer. I think we've got a fundamental difference of opinion going on here. It would appear that negotiations have broken down. Maybe next time, Kay. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get cracking. Too bad we can't see much of what's beyond that metal fence, though. Indeed. And we're in sore need of information in addition to evidence. Therefore, we should make an effort to talk with any persons of interest as well. נתחיל מרג'ינה. If you're the head of the animal taming department, you must be Mr. Saint's boss. That's right! My dad founded the very big circus. When he passed away, he was murdered. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my god. רק עכשיו אני חושב על זה. מה יש עם כל הזמן עם אייס אטרני ואבא מת? פה בקייס הזה לבד, יש את גרגורי למיילס, ברן לקיי, רוסל לרג'ינה, ואפילו לסימיאן אין אבא. ואם ניגשים יותר אחר כך, האבא של מיה ומאיה נטש אותן, יש גם את האבא של דליה ואיירס וואלרי שהוא היה בעצם מניאק. יש את זאק גרמרי שנטש את טרוסי. וגם האבא של אפינה לא מופיע בשום מצב. ואז מהכיוון האחר אפולו ננטש על אפלסה, אז... I'm sorry to hear that. But we have a new ringmaster now, and he's made the circus bigger and better than ever. Me. He's such a nice man, and he was a good friend of my dad's too. Me. Me's it. Wow, that's great. Lucky you. I know, right? It was his idea to set up departments like animal taming, magic, and ventriloquy. Okay. Regina, Max, בן וצ'ולו. יש מצב שזה מו? תפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון שלי לא עובד, הוא ליטרלי עובד. אני אשאל את זה שוב. יש מצב שזה באמת מו? יש מצב שזה באמת מו? הוא זה שעושה את זה? זה מעניין. בגלל שאין פה את הליצן. אין קלאון, ומו הוא הליצן בקאסט. Only animal taming and ventriloquy נראה לי אומרים. I have more than one person right now. מי עובד עם בן? The very big circus is getting bigger and better day by day. Sounds like you guys are really going places. You're getting on well. I'll leave them to it. Can you tell me about the show? Oh, it's a wonderful thing. It even has a story. And not just any story. It's a love story. Isn't that dreamy? Ma. Sounds like a regular riot. So, who's the star of the show? Let me guess. You? No, silly. That will be Isaiah. And she falls in love with none other than Regent the Tiger. Oh. It's a heartrending saga of forbidden interspecies romance. הם בכלל יכולים לייצר משהו, נגיד? אם ניגש בעצם ליותר דברים של 18 פלוס שאני לא הולך להגיד ביוטיוב, זה בכלל אפשרי לפיל ונמר לייצר תינוק? ריאליסטית. או זה או ששניהם כאילו לסביות או whatever. אז בכלל לא צריך לחשוב על זה. Oh, really? How about of odd couples, but that takes the biscuit. And that's not all. There's a love triangle too. It's so romantic. Me. That sounds pretty incredible, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? So the elephant is the heroine. I suppose that's the first time for everything. And, who is the third wheel? Oh, that would be the big old me, which I still tear star-crossed lovers apart. Me. Oh, what animal do you think it is, Mr. Edgeworth? Given that it's a circus, perhaps... a lion? I think a raven would be cool, like the other girls. Oh my god, Kate, like wow. Nope, it's a sneaky monkey. כן, רציתי כאילו לעשות כוכבית שפותחת היה בעצם את ליאון, והוא מת בגלל הנזק שהיה לבת. אבל לא, נראה שהthird wheel כאן זה money. It's certainly lowered the stakes. Oh, you mean money, right? Nope again. The role of the monkey is played by What? Ma? Bullshit! Money is far too small to play against the Zara Regent, silly. Anyway, the evil villain tries to tear Isaiah and Regent apart. But we will come up defeated twosome. It's so exciting, isn't it? Wow, it sure is. So, Mr. Sink was more than just a little helper he claims to be. Poor Simeon. It would be terrible if he couldn't perform with us anymore. לא לצורך גם מה אצל בעצם, אז רגע. מה הוא בא אחרי ראסל? הצליח באמת לפתח את הסרקס להיות בעצם יותר טוב. אחרי המוות של ראסל. ויש סקשן למקס, סקשן לרג'ינה, סקשן לבן? I guess? Anyway, show preparations. Can you tell me about how you set things up for the performance? Oh, that's not really my area. See what you care of all the lifting and carrying. You're such a sweetie. You offer to do everything by telling me to concentrate on the show. I wish שאני אדע, ואחר כך. אוקיי, 24 ו-17. אני זוכר שהיה בעצם נונסנס עם ביג טופ בנוגע לזה שבן 31 ומקס 21 רצו בעצם ללכת אל רג'ינה בנושא של אהבה בגיל 15 או 16. הפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון לא מחובר, הוא ליטרלי מחובר ואפשר לשמוע אותי. אבל הנה פה, סימיאן עכשיו 24 ורג'ינה עכשיו 17. אז כאילו עדיין בסדר, נראה לי זה יותר טוב מאשר מקודם, אבל נראה. something new in the world, though. Oh, well. I recall seeing one behind the stage. I should examine it in more detail. You should have seen him, wearing those huge cages around all by himself. He's a total hero. Yeah. Sounds like something he would do. Whipping all the while. Just going back and forth between the yard here and some sort of workshop with all the equipment. The priest gave us special permission to use it for storage. Huh. But he was the only one who went down there, so I don't know much more than that. The workshop must be the one where Knight's body was found. I guess this confirms that Mr. Saint was the only performer that had gone into Workshop A. Well, that sucks. All we're getting is information that works against us. You have to help Simeon, Mr. Attorney. We're all counting on you. Just leave it to us. May not look it, but Mr. Edgeworth knows how to get things done. And what exactly is "he may not look it" supposed to mean? Okay. A fountain! Oh! Lama ta po! Paeng mata sa po! Simple, sturdily built. Well, I wonder if it was the work of the prisoners. Somebody left a bunch of tools lying around. There's a long piece of rope and a pretty heavy-looking weight. והכיסוי הטרפ שהיה עם ברונקו. Let's see. It weighs 30 pounds. כמה זה בקילו? Oh, and there are some pulleys too. כמה זה בקילו? Can you stop touching everything in sight? Oh, come on! It's not like I was gonna take anything. What exactly were they being used for, I wonder? Oh. אני אומר שיש קייס, יש מצב שבו אני צריך לגשת ללוג'יק. Mr. Attorney, sir. How are you? How are you today, if you don't mind me asking? Today? We just talked to you earlier, Mr. Sword. Oh, heavens, I do apologize. Ever since I came to call this place home, I've been working on my interpersonal skills, you say. In order to be as annoying as possible. I'm currently helping out with the circus show's stage teardown and cleanup. But if you have need of me, I'll do my utmost to help. I'm just chipping in and doing what I can do. Mob prisoner that I am. Yes, I say this prisoner has seen me reborn. The Frank Sword you see before you is a changed man. A changed man? Who now targets the recently deceased? No! You misunderstand! That was just a moment of madness! A moment of madness? You're a disgrace to all thieves everywhere! You're right, of course, I can't deny it. I still have a long way to go. As a thief? Anyway, as you can see, I have a shiny bracelet now. So it's the straight and narrow for me. Like I say, I'm a model prisoner. Not a real model prisoner would need to keep telling me that. תפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון לא עובד! איפה עוד יכול להיות מחובר מיקרופון? אני בודק רגע את הסטינגס בסטרימלאבס, זה נונסנס. מיקרופון בסטים? יש מיקרופון של סטים? רגע, אולי דבר שאני אעשה דווקא זה תק את ה-VR שהוא לא יציג לי, נניח אותו פה בצד. עדיין מופיע לי את זה כאוקילוס וירטואל אודיו. ואני אעשה ריסטארט, לראות לאן זה מביא אותי. או ריסטארט לאודיו. אוקיי. אוקיי, אני אעשה לי כל מיני קצת שינויים קטנים בסטרימלובס, ואני מקווה שזה לא יהיה בעייתי מדי. אני לא מבין, אני שומע את עצמי באופן די ברור, הייתי אומר. what? אוקיי, כן. אני שומע את עצמי בסדר. בלייב. לא יודע למה זה אומר שזה מתנתק. על איזה מיקרופון אתה מדבר? ה-VR? שאפילו לא דולק עכשיו? אולי אני אדליק לחבר אותו. כן, חיביתי את ה-VR. בוא נקווה שזה לא יהיה הפרעות יותר מדי. ואני אמשיך. אני פשוט אנסה להתעלם מזה. I'm doing everything I can to prepare for my eventual return to society. Yeah, you even skipped the show to focus on your training, didn't you? That's right. Our tournaments were absent. So did Canis. Why didn't you tell us about Mr. Canis sooner? That! Look, I don't think there's an inmate in this prison who would talk about him if they didn't have to. Well, you could say he's the real one in charge around here. You didn't hear it from me, but well, I guess it comes with being the fixer. The fixer? Yes, anything you need, he can get it for you. But how does he get away with it? I'm not sure, but he's the only one who does. And he has a secret way of getting things into the facility. Oh! Oh, אם זה לא ספציפי מדי. I imagine being the fixer affords Canis certain privileges. גם אפילו שנמצא במקסימום security. I can't concern myself with such things anymore, of course. I'm far more interested in perfecting my mud pack application technique. And what are these mud packs exactly? They're a special type of mud treatment, rich with minerals. It works wonders on their coats. I've been practicing on the animals here in the prison. I hope to treat them all eventually. Speaking of mud, that reminds me of a certain piece of evidence. Oh! The body was covered in dirt. Maybe I should try presenting it to him. Gets our body with dirt. Okay, no. תפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון קורס. or לא. יש עוד משהו עם dirt? לא. Oh! Covered with, stained with blood and mud. Okay. זה מה שרצית שאני אעשה. Okay, makes sense. That's the rubber glove I dropped. Would you care to explain why it's so dirty? Oh, of course. That mud from one of the pet treatments I've been practicing. I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened. I see. Around what time would this have been? Let's see. The show had already started, so around 9, perhaps? The thing is, the more mud I applied, the more in the zone I got. And the darker the animal's fur became. Oh! זה לא בהכרח חייב להיות הכלב של קאניס. There's no trance quite like the trance one enters when one slaughters an animal with fake black mud. I think the stress of prison might be getting to him. Okay. Of course, it's all thanks to the warden and we have access to such wonderful distractions. I'm eternally grateful. Truly, I am. That's it? נראה שזה הכל. אדי? מישהו מה? או שאני חייב לעשות examination בסין עוד? This must be the stage for the show. Do you think people will be interested in a great thieving show? I'm sure the police will be very eager to attend. Wow. A wicker basket, or rather, a cart, given the wheels. Oof, it smells like animals. I suppose they must have been using it to move things around. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in and race it down a hill? This is stupid. Oh, you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill on office chairs. Where did any of that come from? A power room. This door appears to be locked. Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I will certainly give it a try. No. If we deem it necessary, we will simply ask for the key. Spoil sport! That could be my chance to shine! You're free to shine somewhere else. But you'll not make an audience out of me. Hey! Hey! סליחה. Who are you shouting at? Ones like this usually have goldfish in them, right? I want to see if they would come say hello. I only see water striders. Hey, water striders are cool. They can walk on water like ninjas. מצטער, מתי שאני חושב על סטריידרים, אני חושב על הלאבה סטריידרים, טכנית, ממיינקראפט. Whoosh! Whoosh! Man, I wish I could do that. So much for the goldfish. An Asian elephant named Isaiah. אולי אני אומר את זה אפילו לא נכון, וזה אמור להיות עזר. לא אלא עזר. And one of the very big circuses many animals. She certainly seems very fond of petting humans, based on what we've seen. Well, most humans. You can't just glare at her like that, Mr. Edgeworth. She'll think you're trying to show her who's boss. Are you telling me she thinks I'm one of her kind? No, just that she respects you, I guess. How comforting. What's up? Oh, there's a lot of good circus performance, huh? A foray into the realm of fantasy. If the performance is a good one, it can certainly be entertaining, yes. I'm getting pumped just thinking about it. A chance to escape reality, however brief, can often be a powerful tonic. Got that right. Doesn't it just make you wanna hug something? The circus? Holding a show here, right in the shadow of the fence that keeps those guys in. Guess the magic of the big top is enough to make them forget that they're in the same boat as the animals. The fence? I suppose I should examine it too. It is part of this facility after all. Well, we missed the show, but we've still got the stage and all this other stuff to check out. He's right. I should also look about the show stage set and equipment, just in case something useful turns up. Shout-out's over, huh? You don't exactly give a guy a lot to work with, Miles. עשיתי בעסק הכל, נותר לי רק את הכיסאות, I guess. אבל איך לא חשבתי על הפנס? Danger! High voltage! I never saw one of these in real life. Hey, that must be the fabulous garden outside of the warden's office over there. Yes. Warden Lagarde mentioned being able to see it from her window on the detention center side. Wish this dumb barbed metal fence wasn't in the way though. I thought it was all one big yard. I don't know what I'm whatever. Given how protective the warden seems over her little bit of earth, I imagine it's to keep the riffraff like us out. Me. Oh. There you are! Regina Cupcake! Ah, what the regard! I've been simply dying to sit you down for a chat, you exquisite little thing. בדיוק רציתי לדבר איתך. Do you mind if I ask a little about the prison? Oh, not at all. This place is my pride and joy, my home. Sure, it was a prison when I first arrived, and it was awful and utter disgrace. Awful? I suppose you mean the prisoners were unruly. I most certainly do not. They're angels, every one of them, and they always have been. No, it was the ambience that was awful. I fretted, I brooded, and then it hit me. The animals! If anyone could brighten up the place, it was them. It is nice having them around. Isn't it just? And now look at my fabulous little family! Why, my darling Frankie is the very picture of rehabilitation. מצטער, אני לא יודע איך להגיד את המילה הזאת באופן יפה. Except when he's rifling through the dead man's pockets. Well, so many success stories among the family, but darling Frankie really is a marvel. He's thrown himself into his vocatulation training, and is always the first to volunteer for everything. What, then your other model prisoners don't do that? Oh, of course they do, my dear, of course. Oh, such triers, such doers. It's just that Frankie, let's just say he knows what's good for him. What exactly does she mean by that? What? Anyway, he's a very good boy, so do try to be nice to him, won't you? Loud, soaring music, great leaping animals. The very big circus truly has it all. And everybody who comes here gets to see it once a month. Really? In that case, let me see. She better not be thinking of something to confess to. This monthly show, is it always performed by the very big circus? But of course, sweetie. I'm Regina's biggest fan. The girl's my little princess, my superstar. She's so wonderfully talented. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And she's so adorable. So sweet, I could just gobble her right up. You're not lying when you say you're her biggest fan, huh? Which is why I'm worried about her. So worried. It's all because of poor Simeon, you see. If he is found guilty, why, darling Regina will be devastated. לא לדאוג, היא ליטרלי בכתה מתי שאבא שלה מת. סימיאן יהיה פחות נראה לי בהשוואה, אבל בואו נראה. You simply must make sure that doesn't happen, Mr. Lawyer. Please, I'm begging you. If there's anything I can do to help you clear this awful misunderstanding, let me know. Regina, darling, you put on the most splendid show for us yet again. The stage, the stars, and you in particular, my princess. It was simply divine. That's so nice of you. I hope everybody else who watched enjoyed it too. About that, dear, I'm about to have something awful to confess. There were some absences, you see. She must mean Candace and saw it. We were 3 members. What? Talk now. Unbelievable, I know. How will you ever forgive me? I'm sorry, but you're saying 3 inmates didn't attend the show? That's right, sweetie. I'll count the seats myself. 1, 2, 3 no-shows. And they always make sure there were enough seats for everybody. But Mr. Edgeworth, that's not right, is it? Zach about Frank Vicanis. Zach Frank Vicanis מהשלישי. Indeed. As far as we were aware, Mr. Canis and Mr. Sowell were the only ones not present. This doesn't add up. Who is the third missing prisoner and what were they doing? It seems we need to investigate further. Oh, I was enjoying my chat with dear Regina so much I almost forgot. I must feed the little one. Little one? Appeal. Ma. Oh! Alligator! You're looking as adorable as always, Allie, my sweet. Oh, she's so pretty! What a cute name! Yes, Allie the alligator. Isn't she a darling? She's my favorite. Aren't you? Yes, you are. I'm so jealous. Can I pet her? Of course, princess, of course. Oh, howdy. These two were made for one another. They look like they'll be busy for a while. Maybe we should, go back inside the prison and check the cells. Yes, let's. Perhaps we can find a clue there as to who his third missing prisoner might be. אני לא יודע אם זה מטומטם, אבל אני חושב על לשאול את קאנס. 402 בקורידור. אוקיי, זה גמשו. אין בעיה. Sir! Mr. Edward, sir! Oh, I finally got up with you. Detective, you're not needed elsewhere? No, the judge and the kid aren't here yet. Oh, and I got your message. So you searched the victim's cell? Did you manage to turn anything up? We struck gold, sir. Oh, what? Anyway, it was right there on the floor. Only tiny specks, though. At least it's something. But at least it's something. Yeah! It proves that the holding cell was the scene of the crime, right? Not quite. It proves a possibility, but it's not conclusive yet. כן, אני זורק סימן שאלה בנוגע לסצנה of the crime בגלל אין דם. או לפחות אין הרבה דם. אבל מצד אחר גם ניקו את זה, אז הגיוני שישאר כמעט כלום. I thought you would say that, sir. Which is why I ordered some follow-up work. Ask forensics to analyze the blood and see if it matches the victims. They're on it as we speak. Nice work, Gummy! You thought of everything! Detective? I must say I'm impressed. Did you hit your head or something? Gee, don't look so surprised, sir. I just hope things continue in our favor. Alrighty, so that's the proof that the murder happened at the detention center. And for our next trick, we'll find out how that dog got over there. Don't worry, you can leave that to me. Until the kid and his chaperone get here, we've got a whole prison to ourselves. Which is why I brought my secret weapons. Oh, let's go! Yes! My secret weapons! Secret weapons? That's right! A few tools of the trade that have helped me bust more than a few cases wide open. Behold! The 7 secret weapons of Dick Gumshoe, Ace Detective Extraordinaire. 7? That's 3 last time. טוב, הגיוני שיוסיפו כמה. I don't know about you crazy cats, but I'm sold. Miles? Very well, Detective. I'll try using your secret weapons. You got it, sir. Let me run you through the list. Secret weapon number 1. I'm just your own metal detector. If it's made of steel, silver, or scrap, this little guy right here will find it. So, it detects metal. Very good, Detective. Next up, secret weapon number 2. Missile. Everyone's favorite crime-fighting K9. He can track pretty much every cent you put in front of him, especially food.
Sure is a lot cuter than Mr. Candace's dog.
Alpha Zigga number 3! Where'd they put it? Aha!
Am I one snapper short of a school, or is that a fishing rod? Don't tell me we're going fishing for clues.
No, I mean, I just happened to have it with me, that's all.
I see. Onwards and upwards, detective. Let's see what else you have here.
That's all she wrote, sir.
Ma. Gummy! You're four secret weapon short of your so-called 7! And one of them was a fishing rod!
Sorry, but that's all for today, okay? I'll, show you the rest next time. Why do you think I call him secret? Guy can't just go showing everything at once. That's crazy.
In that case, suppose the free of a design to reveal to us will have to do for now.
Alright. Which one do you want to try, sir?
פליז! שאשכרה יש achievement לזה. אני האמת עכשיו הולך לבדוק בסטים. שנייה, אני אשכרה עכשיו הולך לבדוק בסטים. אם יש achievement לדבר הזה. אפיסוד 2 סטורי מוד, אפיסוד 3 סטורי מוד, אפיסוד 4 סטורי מוד, 5 סטורי מוד. All achievements. משהו באפיסוד 5, משהו באפיסוד 4. Ladders וסטפ ladders. אפיסוד 3, אפיסוד 5 ו-All the Gallery. נו באמת, אין שום דבר ל-Secret Weapons? אין שום דבר ל-Secret Weapons? אז אם ככה, אז רק המלט דטקטור לרוב הזה, המסר רק עזר הפעם היחידה שבאמת עזר זה היה במשחק הקודם. The metal detector seems promising.
Coming right up, sir. I'll just crank the old girl up. And away we go!
Oh boy. And נשמע מוכר. Is everything alright, detective?
Uh-oh. Looks like I shot a broad spare battery.
Oof. That's not gonna be much help.
Oh, sir. Looks like the metal detector will have to wait. Let's try something else. Alright, which one do you want to try?
למה אני מרגיש שזה הולך להיות הפישינג רוד? זה הסיקר ופן היחיד שלא נתן בעצם שום דבר. Let's give that fishing rod a try.
You got it, sir.
There's a pond in the prison yard. May find something helpful looking in the depths.
Yes, sir. Leave it to me.
זה ליטרלי הדבר היחיד שלא מופיע. What's the matter, detective?
You're not gonna believe this, sir, but I had something big for a moment, and then it took off with the bait and my fishing line. There's a real whopper looking in those waters.
That's a hook alive. Come to think of it, there's an alligator living in that pond. I probably shouldn't tell the detective that he nearly lost more than just his secret weapon.
Looks like the fishing rod won't be much use, sir. Let's try something else.
Missile! במה מיסל יעזור? אני אמרתי הפישי רוד כי זה היה היחיד שאף פעם לא היה טוב. והמל דטקטור הכי רב, מה בסל זה? You got it, sir! Hey, missile! Here, boy!
Oh, he really came!
So, what are we tracking?
We're trying to find out how Mr. Canis's dog got to the holding cells in the first place.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god!
איך לא חשבתי על זה? I suspect the same route was used to bring the knight's body back to the prison.
Oh, we give the butch a sniff of the body.
And he'll find the route for us!
Does anyone else smell something sweet?
All I smell is the odor of blood. תפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון לא עובד.
It's faint, sir. But it's there. I was like, cake, maybe?
Why would the body smell of cake?
Okay, missile. Get a noseful. Here we go. Follow that dog.
That's the way to...
He's headed for maximum security.
Oh, he's going in! We'll just have to follow after him.
Alba Slim Alba. איפה קאניס?
This is Canis's cell. Though the man himself is absent, it seems. Is he meeting with someone in the visitor's room? Do you think Missile's onto something?
Shh! Looks like maybe he is.
Oh. Is there something here? Let's get snooping, Mr. Edgeworth!
Oh!
Tea and rice crackers. Mr. Canis clearly doesn't lack for comforts. Can't think of worse ways to spend my time in jail than drinking tea and playing chess. I thought this was maximum security, not maximum comfort. How come nobody else gets this special treatment? Complaining to me isn't going to help. Perhaps you could take it up with the man himself. Yikes, no thanks.
אבל אני עדיין בטוח שזה מה שמסריח.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth! That chisel on the floor is a bit smaller than the others. Not a woodworker, but perhaps it's an all-purpose one that can be used in a pinch, regardless of the job. An all-purpose pocket chisel. Makes sense. Always nice when your tools are useful and easy to carry. Is that your opinion as a thief? Nope. It's my opinion as a great thief. I walked right into that one. Mr. Canis's chess set. Fuck, שכחתי להשתיק את הטלפון. Complete with his special dog piece.
זהו ברטט.
That's not a chess set. That's a whole chess table with legs. Looks like it might be worth something too. It's not inconceivable. Some of them are. This is quite a nice one. I never would have pegged Mr. Canis as a chess fan though. What with the whole Eastern aesthetic he's got going? I thought he would be more into Go. Go? Huh. Can you play?
מה זה?
I can play Go Fish! Not the same thing, okay? Not even close.
מה זה גו? אני יכול לחשוב על פוקימון גו, אבל אני די בטוח שזה לא הרפרנס.
Mr. Canis' chisels. Everyone a potential murder weapon. That reminds me of something. The furrows in your brow. When you frown, looks like somebody took a chisel to your forehead. I have no idea what you mean. See? They're so deep! Don't tell me that you don't see it, Mr. Wood carving face.
Have you quite finished? Oh. What's the matter, boy? Wait. Is this cake what you were after?
למה לא לעשות אודיו?
Whoa, down, boy! Stop that!
Oh my god!
No, you can't have it! Dogs can't eat chocolate, you know that! If you won't behave, I'll just eat it myself! Not bad.
That's a real altered chocolate box, thinking there. Not sure everybody agrees though.
קאניס הולך להיות ממש עצבני על זה.
Me! I want some! Daring for you both to assume that food in a prison is safe to eat. Well, daring or dumb.
Yeah. So anyway, it looks like it really was cake Missile was tracking.
Talk about a waste of time. I suppose we just got our desserts? We got our just desserts?
But the little guy's definitely capable, right? Sure is. Sure he is. This is just a blip. He'll follow the right scent this time, I promise. Sink, boy. Oh, I think he's onto something.
חסר שזה עוד עוגה.
Oh. Whatever it is, it's in there.
Mr. Casarato's cell. We need to take a look inside. Detective, call the guard.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, officer. A question before we begin. Is the prisoner, Mr. Casarato, still in solitary?
No, sir. He came a little while ago. And he was there for the noon roll call. Guess I must have been on work duty someplace. It must be on work duty someplace.
I see. Now, if you will be so kind as to open his cell.
Yes, sir.
No way! Here's a poster of himself! Right next to it is! Looks like he never lost the habit of making wait for a fight. Once a boxer, always a boxer, I suppose. I see he also has quite a collection of supplements. Hustle protein, cell crushing protein. Yeah, that's a lot of protein. Surely nobody trains like this for nothing.
אני רוצה לדבר על ה-10 שמסתיר בעצם, נראה לי זה אמור להיות 30 פאונד. 30 פאונד זה ליטרלי מה שמצאנו בחוץ. punching... This punching bag has suddenly seen some use. What breed were you again, Missile? You sure it wasn't a boxer? No way! No way indeed. Quickly, detective, move the sandbag aside. Yes, sir! The search is out, go. Oh! Oh! Could this be? Whoa there! Wait, Missile! I'm going in too! Wait, stop! Sir, I'll go get her! Oh, that's tight! Should have eaten that cake. He's gone. Oh, I'm not going in there. Guess we'll just have to wait. Wow! Oh. Hello? Kay, are you alright? I can't believe this! Where are the detentions? Oh! The detention center? The hole! It's a tunnel that leads right into Mr. Knight's cell! Wow! Okay! What? Don't go anywhere, I'm on my way. 504. Okay. Hey there, Miss Edgeworth. Guess you could say we made a breakthrough. Right. At least they came out unscathed, I think. Sir, the floorboards under the bed were torn up. So that's how they did it. There's no doubt about it. This must be the route we've been looking for. The corridor connecting the detention center and the prison is locked down by heavy security doors. But with the help of this tunnel, it can be circumvented. It was a sweet scent that started this whole search. Could it be that the scent was in fact coming from Knight's body after all? Incidentally, Knight's body was covered in dirt. Dirt might have come from being dragged for this tunnel. Kay, what was it like down there? Well, it was pitch black, so I couldn't see a whole lot. Luckily, my camera has a flash, so I took some pictures. And let's see what you've captured. Oh boy. Look at that. Spoons, a fork. Guess there were for digging the tunnel. The other side. Are those footprints? Paw prints, even. From a dog, perhaps? This is a vital piece of evidence. However, it begs something of a question. It does? Mr. Casarata has certainly been making use of this tunnel. Which means... Detective, we need to find out what Mr. Casarata is immediately. My suspicions are correct. Oh, nuts! The guards were alerted, and they began searching for Mr. Casarata right away. But after a thorough investigation of both the prison and the detention center, he was nowhere to be found. Okay! That was interesting. ונחזור לקורידור ב-5:34. Well, have the police been notified?
Yes, ma'am. Just finished liaising with them a moment ago. We set up a cordon around the entire facility.
Good. Hey, the first blemish in the prison's butler's reputation is always the ugliest.
It won't happen again, ma'am.
What a different one in regard to the one we've seen so far. Mr. Edgeworth, was it? I really can't thank you enough for finding that tunnel, darling. Sadly, it may have been a little too late. It seems you might have already left the building. I'd say that's unlikely, Warden. After all, there's a security gate at the exit of to the detention center. You're not suggesting he simply walked through it. What's to say there was only the one tunnel, sweetie? I suppose that's true. Well, whatever the case, this is no time to be standing around chit-chatting. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind continuing with your investigation? It would be my pleasure. And you three get back to your posts.
Yes, ma'am. Detective! The results of the blood test just came back from the lab. Thanks, pal.
Let's see what they have to tell us about the blood found in a night's cell. What does it say, Mr. Edgeworth? They've identified the blood, and it's a knight's. Perfect.
Nice job, everybody. Teamwork makes the dream work, huh? We've got a knight's blood in his holding cell, a tunnel a dog clearly went through, and security footage showing knights being attacked by the dog in his cell. Case closed.
We have all the evidence we need. Let's see what Mr. Canis has to say for himself. Canis? Oh, darlings, are you sure? Do be careful around him, won't you? He's as well connected on the outside as he is in here. I suppose he would have to be. How else would the so-called fixer stay in business? The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. So that's what that was all about. Huh. You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, sweetie. Everything related to Canis is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the sensitive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. But no matter what I say or how much evidence I present to him, he simply won't say a word.
The prison warden conducting interrogations herself. That's irregular, to say the least.
Would you go down and he'll devour you whole? Be careful, darlings. You have been warned. Ooh-wee. You know, I thought things couldn't get any spicier. Banazoz. אשכרה ציפיתי to be continued. אשכרה אני ציפיתי to be continued, באמת. 5:55. Canis.
Judge Covell, I didn't expect to find you here. We have been conducting inquiries, which, given that we are in charge of the investigation, is hardly strange. What is strange is that you are still here, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave you a warning, did I not? I told you that your badge was at risk, should our paths cross again. And yet, here you are.
Just Covell, I didn't expect to find you here. We have been conducting inquiries, which, given that we are in charge of the investigation, is hardly strange. What is strange is that you are still here, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave you a warning, did I not? I told you that your badge was at risk, should our paths cross again. And yet, here you are.
I'm sorry that you thought that I might be so easily discouraged, Your Honor. But I'm not about to let the truth slip from my grasp, no matter what you or the committee might say. I'm here to present a certain someone with evidence that you yourself should have uncovered.
You have more business with me, I take it, Mr. Edgeworth.
I do. I promise I would be back to prove that you were the killer, and here I am.
That should be amusing. Very well. Whenever you are ready.
Objection!
Not so fast. We have some jokes of our own to share. First-rate deductions, in fact.
Indeed. But I'm more certain than ever that Simeon the Saint was the murderer. And that only he could have moved Mr. Knight from his holding cell to the prison proper. We shall prove this to you beyond the shadow of a doubt. But first, a question. You're quite determined to continue on this course, Mr. Edgeworth. Should you fail to rebut our deductions, there will be no going back. Your very career hangs in the balance.
You mean you'll take us back if you don't like how this goes? That's intimidation!
Not at all. If anything, I'm showing him mercy.
What?
This is not Mr. Edgeworth's case. It never was. And I'm under no obligation to hear him out. If he's prepared to accept the potential ramifications of his actions, I will allow him one last chance. Well, are you truly willing to take the risk? To put your beloved badge on the line? Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir! YOLO!
I accept your terms. I am confident of my reasoning, and once more, I am representing the firm of Edgeworth & Co. And do not intend to besmirch its name. Slicha. My duty will be done, and I will not be intimidated. Very well. Let's see whether you are brave or simply reckless. By the power vested in me by the Almighty Goddess of Justice, let this judgment commence. Eustace, if you will allow me.
Why by me? He's all yours, Gabriel. Go!
You all were of the incident involving Mr. Knight the day before yesterday, I assume. You assaulted an innocent guard and stole his keys. Later, in the middle of moving up a large animal case, Mr. Saint stopped by Mr. Knight's cell for a little visit. That's when Mr. Knight stole out of his cell using the keys he had stolen. He slipped into the cage, and there he hid as he was wheeled to one of the prison workshops. It figures she was going to bring up Mr. Saint going to Knight's cell. Yesterday, after you so kindly made us aware of the security camera footage, we decided to take a look at it ourselves. Perhaps you'd like to see what we found. This is still from the footage we received. Mr. Saint speaking of Mr. Knight at his cell. Correct. You will also note that he has positioned the cage in such a way to obscure the camera's view. It is this blind spot that Mr. Knight exploited in order to enter the cage undetected. A sound detection based on what can be observed, wouldn't you say? A blind spot, which means the camera would have been able to capture the moment Knight entered the cage, if it did at all. So it's still possible that he didn't actually leave his cell at this point. I don't get it! Why would Mr. Knight want to hide in the cage? There is really only one possibility. He intended to escape.
A prison break? That's so cool!
Mr. Caserado, Mr. Knight, everybody's doing it!
I have to step up my game!
Okay, now is really not the time. Mr. Caserado's escape is no laughing matter. It is my belief that Mr. Saint helped Mr. Knight with his escape attempt. That is to say, he was his accomplice.
Wow! Go Simeon!
That wasn't a compliment!
I understand that the cage was briefly taken to one of the workshops. I imagine that had things gone to plan, Mr. Knight would have remained in the cage until after the show. And then removed from the premises along with the rest of the circus's equipment. Unfortunately for Mr. Knight, Mr. Saint had other ideas. He killed his friend in cold blood. Judge Govello's argument seems reasonable. But there must be a fault in her logic somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
Your match is our only possibility! Yes or no odd? Yes or no odd possibility? Nope. Yes or no possibility? In the middle of the night of the anime game, since the domain stuff. That's when Knight stole out of his cell using the keys he had stolen. למה בכלל היה צריך את ה-keys in the first place אם הוא היה יכול פשוט לצאת? דרך... מעבר של כסות? What? What? What?
Objection!
אולי אני ממהר יותר מדי. אולי אני ממהר יותר מדי. לי זה מרגיש כ-obvious contradiction. Slipped in the cage, and there he hid as he was wheeled to one of the prison workshops.
Hold it!
But why go to so much trouble?
Why else but to affect Mr. Knight's escape? Well... The cage is made of metal, therefore it would have been exempt from the security gate inspection or an exit. In fact, Mr. Saint would have been well aware of, given that the circus visits every month.
Abu Khadash! Don't have anything to cut it out.
With a top drape over the cage, he could have wheeled Mr. Knight out, right under the guards' noses. That is, had Mr. Saint not chosen a darker path instead, the path of murder. A crime which cannot be allowed to go unpunished.
He says that Mr. Knight stole the keys. But did he deny that?
Indeed. And if Knight didn't have them, then her entire theory falls apart. That could be the four I've been looking for. I should press on this.
Hold it!
Do you have any proof that Knight stole the keys?
I can think of no other reason for him to carry out such a brutal attack. Once the guard here saw that remains unconscious, regains consciousness, I'm sure he will confirm our suspicions. I won't be so sure. Perhaps I should press her further on her reason. Sorry, but I believe there is a flaw in your reasoning. If Knight had the keys, there was nothing to stop him from leaving whenever he wanted. Why wait for Mr. Saint? There was no need, surely.
גם סיינט אמר שהוא הלך לבקר את נייט בלי קשר.
Chose the option he deemed the most likely to succeed.
Again. Literally, הוא היה יכול פשוט לצאת.
He stole the keys and hid them somewhere. Then waited for an opportune moment to present itself. He hid the keys. I'm afraid you might have made an uncharacteristic oversight, Your Honor. But Knight wasn't hiding any keys. That has been proven already. This is a piece of evidence that proves that Knight didn't hide the keys.
כי הוא היה יכול לברוח.
Take that!
What? אוקיי, עכשיו מה?
Hold it!
תפסיק להגיד לי שהמיקרופון לא עובד.
כפולת?
Take that!
לא. לא פולג'. אומייגאד, אני שונא
את הקייס הזה! או!
Take that!
לא? למה שלנייט לא יהיה... מפתחות עכשיו, זו השאלה שלי.
למה אי אפשר למצוא את המפתחות על הגופה?
או!
Take
בצ'סה?
that!
נופ.
מגוד, אני שונא את הקטע הזה שהמשחק חייב להביא אותי לנונסנס. זה?
Take that!
לא.
מגוד, אני שונא את הקייס הזה. נותן לתת רילודים מאשר מכל קייס. זה? הדיאגרם? הדיאגרם?
Take that!
לא.
חסר שזה יהיה, אתם הייתם צריכים למצוא את זה.
Take that!
אוקיי, לא.
כן, אני זוכר שזה היה literally nonsense פעם קודמת.
Take that!
נופ.
מגוד, אני שונא... ספאמים. או! להביא את הבירוקרבות.
Take that!
אני שונא את הקייס הזה! מבחינת לוג'יק אני שונא את הקייס הזה כל כך, אומייגאד!
Since you know about the incident, I assume you must already know this, but... After the assault, the guards searched both Knight and his cell. and no keys were found. And if the whereabouts of the keys cannot be proven, then neither can your theory. Don't consider the matter of the missing keys, and I do not think it is such an issue. I still believe he had them. After all, the guards only stated that they were unable to locate them.
למה שזה לא היה אז בגופה שלו?
And this is because they were cleverly hidden inside the pocket chest set.
פתחנו את זה! פתחנו את הצ'סט! What are you talking about? Literally! אפשר לפתוח את הצ'סט! What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? What?
Knight's chest set. The same set in which the murder weapon was also allegedly hidden? Was it? I can't help but wonder about that.
What? But you're the one who proposed it!
Actually, if you recall, that was Eustace's assertion.
אז איפה זה? Again, איפה זה נמצא? איפה המפתחות האלה? אותו הדבר שלא היה murder weapon, לא היה גם מפתחות.
So the two of them aren't of one mind on this, I take it. Allow me to restate the facts. Mr. Knight hid the keys he stole from the guard inside his chest set. When Mr. Saint came to see him, Mr. Knight used the keys to open his cell and climbed inside the cage. He was then moved from his holding cell to that workshop in the prison proper.
היה tunnel שהיה, אם הוא רצה להיכנס מהפריזן, יש את tunnel! What are you talking about?
All with the help of his friend and accomplice. Had things gone according to plan, would have been taken out of the facility after the show. But they did not. Instead, his accomplice murdered him while the show was taking place in the yard.
אז איפה המפתחות? המפתחות לא נמצאו עד עכשיו. What are you talking about?
Objection!
Mr. Saint was a part of that performance. How would he have even had time to commit the murder?
Overruled.
How indeed? Allow me to explain. As you know, many stage performances follow a set narrative. Yesterday's show was one such example. She's done her homework, I see. The suspect played the role of the antagonist opposite the elephantine heroine of the show.
אומרים elephantine? כשמדברים על פילה? פילה זה elephantine?
In the latter part of the performance, the heroine's love prevails, and the villain was defeated. This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage by the heroine. Is sent flying by the elephant?
Isn't it dangerous?
Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance. In other words, the suspect did indeed not appear on stage for a period of approximately 15 minutes. And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Yes, I'm afraid so. After all, it's more than a sufficient window, wouldn't you say?
עוד משהו! למה בעצם הוא פשוט לא היה יכול להרוג את נייט ולהשאיר אותו שמה? בתוך הקייג'. למה להוציא אותו? למה לא להשאיר אותו בתוך הקייג'?
Objection!
Committing the crime and returning to the stage in that short 15-minute window is only possible, assuming that the murder took place in the prison proper.
Finally!
But in fact, Your Honor, the real scene of the crime was Knight's cell. I seem to remember telling you that I would not accept that part of the security footage into evidence.
Objection!
And you won't have to. I have proof of a different kind. Very well. Would you be so good as to present it? What proof do you have that the murder took place in the victim's holding cell?
Oh. קודם כל אדם.
Take that!
It appears to be a photograph of the floor. Almighty Goddess of Justice, grant me patience. That floor you're so dismissive of, Your Honor,
Has traces of Knight's blood on it.
traces, you say? Is this evidence reliable?
Dick Gumshoe!
After all, I don't believe you have access to the necessary forensics operatives.
Objection!
Dick Gumshoe!
I have my resources. A certain blunt instrument, you might say, but a reliable one. The detective. How very unfortunate for him. Perhaps before you decide to circumvent the law, you might have considered that the commander's influence extends to the police. Oh no! Now Gilly's badge is on the line too! Forgive me, detective. I mean to put you at risk as well. I will enter the fact that Mr. Knight's blood was found in the holding cell into evidence. However,
Objection!
Bad luck, idiots! You're really on the edge now, Mr. Worthless.
Mr. Winner, I'd forgotten you were there. It's nice when it lasted.
We just put it in to tell you. The entire argument is one big inconsistency. You showed us camera footage of a dog killing Mr. Knight in his cell. What are you saying? The mud also wiped the blood up before it left the scene? Oh! What other tricks can you do, huh? A blood wiping dog? What? Oh my god, I don't know. A blood wiping dog? You're a joke! You would have wiped that blood up, wouldn't you, boy? Yes, Summit, yes you would. What? That was one of the tricks I taught him before our work together has been so rudely cut short. He's a very tidy boy, you know. Never misses a drop. He wouldn't do it to leave any evidence after all. הגיע הזמן באמת, בודי המכנס.
Saved by an assassin of all people.
Jeez Louise. We could have just taught the little guy to shake hands. Oh, he does that marvelously too. Although, the way I taught him to do it is somewhat unorthodox. First, he bites down hard on the victim's hand. Then... I'm not listening! Okay, goddammit!
I see. Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems you have got some evidence worth considering. And
Objection!
the rest...
מה? תן לי לקרוא! goddammit!
Your understanding is much appreciated.
Wait, I'm not done yet! I just thought of something else. Ma.
Overruled.
Oh, boy! Nobody's taking no prisoners. Somebody's taking no prisoners.
Eustace, would you be so kind as to allow me?
All yours, Gabelle.
Well, do you accept the truth now? The crime took place in Knight's holding cell, and the assassin's dog was the killer.
Overruled.
My position is the same as it was yesterday. Until we can explain how the dog moved between the prison and the detention center, I cannot accept your fear into evidence.
Yes, my limit!
I thought you might say that, which is why I'd like to show you something else. This piece of evidence shows how the dog could freely travel between the prison and the detention
Take that!
center. This is... It's a secret passageway. It runs beneath the prison.
A secret passageway?
It was dug by one Mr. Rocco Carcerato, escapee. He leads from his prison cell to a certain holding cell at the detention center. Yes, the very one where the victim was being held. Well, this is certainly a surprise. To think that it was beneath our feet this entire time.
מוכן לדבר, קאניס?
Mr. Canis, you knew of this tunnel, didn't you? Because it's the same tunnel that was used to carry out the murder.
Overruled.
Ma.
In the name of the goddess of justice. Overruled, Mr. Edgeworth. You are out of the line.
Hold it.
How so, Your Honor?
Overruled.
Ech.
Evidence is everything, whether in a court of law or at the scene of an investigation. Is that your little catchphrase? Well, it just so happens I have some evidence of my own. Bronco Knight's autopsy report.
Oh. שכחתי שלא קיבלנו את זה בכלל. His autopsy report? When did we get that? How do you not know how you had it?
Police handed it to me only a short while ago. The findings are still preliminary, but it has something of value to tell us nonetheless. The goddess of justice speaks to us through these pages, Mr. Edgeworth. Cause of death? Stab wound to the throat. And the weapon is said to be a sharp blade of some sort.
מי אמר שהכלב לא יכול לקחת את החפצים של קאניס?
It seems that the victim was stabbed repeatedly in the same spot, resulting in an ugly wound. As such, the police have yet to identify the exact shape of the weapon. But its overall nature seems to be beyond question. It is a bladed metal instrument. In light of this evidence, do you truly wish to continue with your flight of fancy?
Oh, Connors!
Already now claim that the dog used a knife instead.
But that's impossible! لا, יש אופציה!
That will be all. This court is adjourned.
Objection.
But the tunnel! The paw prints! What of them? Helmut is something of a wanderer. Perhaps he just happened to cross this tunnel one day. Although, I couldn't say for certain. I myself cannot wander quite so freely. That would be quite a coincidence.
But I can't prove it's not the case either. He sure knows how to keep a secret, huh? Could have wished you'd kicked us in the teeth a little earlier with that. She was beating me, waiting for the perfect moment to crush me with that autopsy report. I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You are the lead attorney of the defense, correct, Mr. Fender? This is the interim autopsy report in question. I do apologize for the delay.
למה לא אמרת לאף אחד? למה את לא אמרת לאף אחד? Actually, למה היא לא אמרה לאף אחד?
Yeah, no sweat. Thanks for hooking us up. Interim reports just look stupid from something in front of where death was instantaneous.
Yep, this all checks out. Yep.
Okay, that's all. Mr. Fender, a handshake is not necessary when receiving official court documents, you know. So please feel free to let go of my hand. It's a holy relic after all.
Oh. I was just trying to be friendly, Your Honor.
Had you lingered a moment longer, the goddess of justice would have spoken to you through my gavel.
Alright, I got it. Nice work, Abel. Just like we planned it.
I did only as you instructed, Eustace. But thank you.
What?
This report came from the police. I have no choice but to accept its legitimacy. But if the dog didn't kill Knight, then that takes Canis out of the running. The goddess of justice speaks to me, Mr. Edgeworth, and she is merciful. Tells me that you might yet keep your badge if you will finally abandon this fruitless quest.
Well, what's her move, sir? I think she really means it this time.
What do you think, Detective?
My answer remains the same, Judge Cavell.
I will see my duty done, and I will not be intimidated. Even with how things stand, you still refuse to concede. This may very well be your last chance. Your badge hangs by a thread. Then let it fall if I must. I have something far more important to protect as an associate attorney. My client. The goddess of justice is no doubt saddened by your refusal to accept yet another offer of mercy.
Atta boy, Miles. That's what I like to see. Looks like that defense never rests is really starting to mean something to you. Where's the old man, though? He's the one who said first.
My father?
But I could swear I saw Gregory's spirit in yours for a second there. You said that you've changed since your days in Von Karma's shadow. Didn't believe you at first, but I'm starting to.
Thank you, Fender.
Alright, kids. This is where the rubber really hits the road. Put your thinking caps on, it's make or break time. If it's true that Knight was off with a bladed weapon, does the whole case really fall apart? כן, זה מה שאני חושב! לקאניס יש את זה שלו... אומייגאד, תפסיק עם ההודעות הזה של המיקרופון. The fuck you mean microphone is unmuted but has no signal? אני מקבל את זה כבר שעתיים פה! אני צריך לעשות ריסטארט לסטרימלאבס?
Bladed weapon?
Of course!
There were 5 chisels in Candace's cell when we last looked. The former assassin certainly wouldn't struggle to commit murder with a tool like that. In which case, the weapon that killed Knight was...
Chisels! Finally!
Hold
Have
it!
you quite finished? אני לא סיימתי את המשפט. It would be in your best interest to consider. Evidence is everything. It may well be my little catchphrase, but it's also true. So the murder weapon was a sharp blade. Then where is it? The guards didn't find it.
Why can't you let this go? So what if they didn't find it? What are you driving at?
What if I were to tell you that I now know what the real murder weapon was? And it was right under our noses the whole time. Indeed. It was one of Mr. Canis's chisels.
What?
Overruled.
I would advise you to stop bombarding us with your irresponsible half-baked theories, Mr. Edgeworth. You have repeatedly insisted Mr. Knight was killed in his cell by a dog. I simply go to where the evidence takes me, both in the courtroom and at the scene of the crime. If the murder weapon was in fact a chisel, then yes, the murderer could not have been the dog. But that begs the question of what exactly it was we saw in the security footage.
Oh yeah, the security footage. How do you explain that, Mr. Smarty Pants?
An excellent question. The footage shows...
אוקיי, מה אפשר לראות? את הפוטאג'. זה לא זה, ככה אומרים שזה לא הכלב משום מה. גם אפילו שאני די בטוח שזה... הכלב של קאניס כן יכול להחזיק צ'יזל, ואז לתקוע אותו ככה כמו זאשיין. מה עצר אותו מלהיות משהו כמו זאשיין ולתקוע אותו ככה? Dog jumping on somebody. Or somebody attacking the dog. Jumping? Jumping, okay.
Mr. Canis's dog jumping up at Knight.
The dog attacked Knight, but he didn't kill the man.
He didn't. No. Knight was nearly knocked out. Dog didn't drag a corpse through the tunnel. He dragged an alive but unconscious Knight. The real killer was the dog's master.
Oh, I get it. I'll bring a Knight here, Mr. Canis could finish the job.
And he could definitely use one of his chisels to do it. Correct.
You, body armor Canis, you're the only one who could have done this.
Objection.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, you ever get this on your report card? Refuses to listen, must learn to respect others?
Are you asking me or confessing on what's on yours?
You already said to Mr. Canis himself and dumped the bottom, right, Gavel?
Yes. We even inspected his chisels. All of 4 of them.
Yes, Ramesh!
There wasn't a single speck of blood.
Hold it.
4, not 5!
Why, thank you, Your Honor. You have just confirmed my theory. I have? What exactly do you mean? The last time we were here, there were 5 chisels, not 4.
Oh yeah! I remember counting them. Definitely 5.
And the one that's missing is... the small one. The one we thought might be a pocket chisel. Mr. Canis, where did you hide that chisel?
A pocket chisel? And what use might I have for such a thing, huh? I'm rarely allowed to leave my cell.
In which case, you should have had the chance to dispose of the weapon. You dug your own grave, Mr. Canis. You seem to have an idea where this missing chisel might be, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you enlighten us?
For a man who can't leave his cell of his own volition, Canis only could have hidden this chisel here. That's security.
Take that!
Mr. Canis is still a prisoner, and despite the comfort he enjoys, he is rarely allowed out of his cell. He could have given the chisel to his dog to leave somewhere. But that would have been far from ideal. He would have no way of guaranteeing where it might end up.
Intriguing. Do go on, Mr. Edgeworth.
Furthermore, this room is the one place where the ablated instrument wouldn't raise an eyebrow. 4 chisels, 5 chisels, who's counting? A fact he took full advantage of. You'll keep the incriminating evidence close routine. Classic.
Objection!
I looked! I searched the whole cell myself! And there's just nowhere he could have hidden it!
Objection!
I'm certain that the murder weapon is here. And that the reason why no one has found it yet is because it was hidden in such an ingenious manner.
Do enlighten us, Mr. Edgeworth. What was my ingenious plan?
Think, Miles. There must be a hiding spot you could make use of. Think about when you came here previously. What are you missing?
A Caleb, I guess.
Dog. He hasn't made a sound.
Oh! Oh! Huh!
When we were here before, he barked and growled repeatedly. Candace even encouraged him to do so.
That must be it. I knew something was off.
I can hardly believe it, but I think I know where he hid the murder weapon.
Give it up already! Expected more of you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
As well you should, if you give me a moment. For this piece of evidence shows where you hid the murder weapon.
Take that!
Caleb. Your dog. He seems unusually quiet today.
Oh yeah, unlike last time. Unlike last time when...
Mr. Canis, if you would be so kind as to open Helmut's mouth.
Oh, come on. He doesn't bark because he's a well-behaved boy. I had to order him to last time.
Then order him again, this instant. It's not like we're asking for the world, Mr. Canis. Or do you have something to hide?
If you insist. Come on, Helmut. Open up. Perfect!
And there we have it. A chisel that small was easy enough for the dog of this size.
What?
A chisel and the dog?
Why is there a chisel in the dog?
He thought he'd been strangely quiet. I thought he had been strangely quiet, slicha. I guess his brain has finally caught up. Eustace? Why don't you be a good boy and call forensics? Tell them it's urgent.
Okay. Of course off, Canis. Findings are as follows. Traces of blood were detected on the chisel. What?
Not such a half-baked theory after all, was it?
מוכן לדבר?
Alright, we're on the same page here. This is our murder weapon, yeah? The forensics evidence cannot be ignored. We have no choice but to concede that this is the most likely case. This is the most likely case. Perfect. Mr. Canis, in light of the discovery of the murder weapon, the court demands that you explain yourself. We found the route your dog took to the holding cells, and now we have the chisel. How do you propose to talk your way out of this one?
You never fail to entertain, סליחה, חשבתי להגיד amaze me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why does he always laugh like that? Even when it's not funny.
Poor helmet. How could they suspect us? You leave me little choice. I shall simply have to share with you the truth. I did not kill anyone. I have grown tired of killing.
Something's not right. Why is he so calm? Very well. The court will hear Mr. Canis's testimony. If you would be so kind.
Gladly. Let's go! Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew this night. I had no contact with him. No connection whatsoever. Given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? Could it be that you are suggesting it was my canine companion who had the motive instead? Emma only bears his fangs when I tell him to. I am not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know.
I mean, when he puts it that way... This doesn't want to kill his acquaintances. Not the soundest of business models, I agree.
My work requires me to deal with strangers, of course. But murder for its own sake? That's not my style.
So I need to prove a link between Knight and Canis. I should go over the evidence again, see what I can discover.
Okay. Oh.
Schachmat.
No contact. No connection. לגמרי שום דבר. גם אפילו ששיחקתם פאקינג שחמט ביחד.
Objection!
You're getting sloppy, Mr. Canis. You have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch. We found this in the victim's room. It's the record of a game of correspondence chess. What's more, the game depicted matches the game laid out in your board.
What?
The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120. And that's on the low end. Wait, so that's 10 times 10, 120 times, right? Get up! I mean, what do you even call a number that big? A vanishingly unlikely coincidence, that's what. Now, tell us why you killed the knight. Unless, that is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence.
Well, they do say that truth is stranger than fiction. It is, as you say, a coincidence.
But that's totally impossible! We just proved that!
that? A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see. And yet here we are. Helmut is as surprising as I am. Aren't you, Helmut? Yes, yes. Huh. I suppose there's nothing for it but to finally tell the truth, boy? The other prisoners are all gone to the yard, you see. There was a show of some sort, I believe. Here I was, minding my own business, when it comes to Helmut, dragging a corpse of all things. Quite a shock. Not least because the murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was not too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the workshop. Oh, okay. Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I had asked.
The dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop?
Indeed he did. Removing it here would have made an awful mess, after all.
You know something? That makes no sense. Remember what Mr. Side says, Mr. Edgeworth?
יפ, היה לו דאון. בגלל שהוא תקף אותו בגרון. Conveniently, נראה שזה איפה שהיה המאדר ופן.
I see. So what Mr. Side actually saw was Howard removing the murder weapon then?
Precisely. Kensal wasn't a little disappointed that he was spotted, of course. Silly boy. It's so like you to slip up like that, is it now? And there you have it. That is about all there is to tell. I did not kill the man. At most, I'm responsible for the removal of the weapon. Now, will that be all? Pure Helmut is growing restless.
Objection!
Oh, anybody if you could entertain us for just a little longer, Mr. Canis.
Thunder?
No offense, Palio,
But I don't think you're quite told us everything. I would like to know why you thought you needed to pull the chisel out in the first place. He's right. It makes sense that he would move the body to avoid suspicion. But Cass had no reason to recover the murder weapon.
So the mute one is as dumb as I thought.
Please answer the question, Mr. Canis.
Just because of the bell. The one attached to the chisel. And the one around Helmut's neck. Huh. Have a very distinctive design, if you will.
Of course. There was something of a trademark of yours, were they not? I don't get it. How does that even work? But the Harma Canis, the blind butcher, his appearance was always announced by the sound of bells.
Oh! אני רואה פה אחד על הלמט ואחד על הסכין.
Huh. The last sound his victims would ever hear.
You flatter me. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them, you still remember them well.
Your knife attached to Bell were one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you.
Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of only two in existence.
Just two?
Two and only two. One for my knife, and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. I must be allowed to use my tools. Precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. Oh! אז זה דווקא יכול להופיע אחד משני דברים. או שמישהו החליט להעתיק את הפעמון משום מה, או שמישהו לקח את הפעמון מהאבידנס. מהאבידנס של קאניס. אם הוא לא משקר שבאמת היה רק שניים. When Helmut brought the body to my cell, I was surprised to hear a familiar sound. At first, I was sure that was my knife that had been used to do the deed. But no, a chisel. An ordinary chisel. It's certainly no assassin's blade. Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Compounding the matter is the fact that I am the only one in the prison permitted to use such tools. It was clear that I would become the prime suspect. And so, the chisel had to be removed and hidden.
Hold it!
You still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body? That you had nothing to do with the killing?
שוב, אין שום דבר שהוצא מהלמט להתנהג כמו זאשיין! Seriously! תראו זאשיין ל-crowned form! תראו זאשיין crowned form! זה literally יכול להיות helmet! How could I? I told you, the chisel is not mine. You need not take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. I not have it checked for fingerprints.
Huh. Eustace?
Me? But I don't know how to check for prints.
Get forensics.
Oh, right. Sure thing. Ouch. We got him. Fingerprints. They're Mr. Knight's. Oh.
And Mr. Canis's?
Nope. Just like Mr. Knight. The Mr. Knight's. And forensics said there's no sign of any prints having been wiped off. אז זה המודל weapon של Knight. שהיה בסמגלינג. I guess. Hey, what?
Only Knight's fingerprints? This isn't good.
Do I get to check them again? Now do you see? I've never so much as touched that chisel. Helmet carried it in its mouth. That is all. Therefore, any prints must belong to whoever had it last. She's our victim. Ugh.
Oh, the murder weapon belonged to the victim. Oh, that's not helpful.
As I said, I have not touched the chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise? Ugh, I've got nothing to counter with. What does this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be.
I am sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you don't find a solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I will have no choice but to relieve you of your badge. Even my patience has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing the investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
You've done it now, sir. She's serious.
I hate to admit it, but I thought it's turned everything on its head. Well, no evidence, I'm back to square one.
Wait, something isn't up. A few things, actually. איפה הפינגרפרינט של הקילר? איפה הפינגרפרינט של הקילר? זה רק של הויקטים. What would Mr. Knight have needed a chisel for? You could do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison for one. Alright, then how did he get it in here? There's no way the guards will let him bring a super sharp tool with him. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey! After Mr. Edgeworth! You can't just stand there hemming and weighing just because of a little setback. The important thing is finding the truth, you know? Doesn't matter how we get there. As long as we save Simeon in the end. We can't give up now, or ever. Yeah, what she said. I'll second that. Want me around with that, Kay? I'm tempted to offer you a job for real. It's like I said, the defense never rests. Or rather, like a pop said. What do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses? The heart of those words? It's like this. As defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only ones they can turn to. Simeon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. רגע! הלמוט ליטרלי צריך להסתיר את זה בתוך הפה שלו! מה עוצר אותו? ליטרלי, מה עוצר אותו מלהיות כמו זאשיין ולהרוג אותו? So, we can't rest. Not while he's counting on us. Not about to turn my back on your old man's legacy. Are you? I am an associate with the defense now. No. An associate with my father's firm. That's the role I have chosen. And that means that if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I will honor my father's vision and save Simeon Saint. כרגע, שנייה אחת, מה עוצר בעצם? Seriously, למה אי אפשר להגיד שסימיון הוא לא suspicious? בנקודה הזאת, למה אי אפשר להגיד שסימיון הוא לא suspicious? No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another. There we go! That's the Miles Edgeworth I know! Now let's find a new path forward. We can start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought that chisel into the prison. Right. How would they manage to bring the chisel in here? A pocket set.
Take that!
Usually it won't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected. Because of the security gates, right? Quite. But we already know that checks at one of the gates we haven't been entirely thorough of late. Namely, the gate at the entrance of the detention center. I took advantage of this little oversight and had Mr. Saint bring him the chisel. Hidden inside his pocket chest set. Does answer one of our questions. And it suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight's and not Mr. Canis's. Cam. However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That of the security footage in which Knight was attacked by a dog.
Others want to explain it if Mr. Canis was not the culprit.
But then, how do you explain his sprints not being on the motor weapon? This is one real free piper.
The court, too, finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
Wait, sir! I think it might be time to show you another one of my secret weapons! Introducing secret number 1, number 4! Lil V! What? What sort of name is that, detective? I came up with it myself, sir. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage. An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I'm telling the truth.
Who knows if there's anything to be found? But it has to be worth a try.
Alright. Want me to talk you through how to use it, sir?
Seeing as I'm not exactly familiar with video analysis techniques, perhaps I should hear him out.
Sure, I'm alone.
If you could run me through its functions, detective, that would be most appreciated.
Yes, sir! So, basically, you're just gonna do what you always do. Examine anything that catches your eye.
And I can examine things with P. I see.
Next up are those controls at the bottom. See those controls at the bottom of the screen? The panels on the left and right let you rewind and fast forward. And you can use the middle one to pause. Get used to those and you're golden, sir.
Since I can also press E to fast forward or Q to rewind the footage. And I can press space to pause.
When the video is paused, you can go to the previous frame with Q or the next frame with E. Or just use the same control panels as I showed you earlier. Lastly, I better explain how to zoom in. Just line up the old cursor with the area you want to take a closer look at. Then use the panel in the bottom right, little view to do the rest. It's got those 2 expanding arrows right on it. Can't miss it, sir.
It would appear that I can zoom in by pressing H too. By the way, let's hope.
By the way, even when you're zooming in, when you're zoomed in, you can still examine stuff, just like in a regular view. Also, you can make use of previous and next frame to get a good look at what's really happening. Only thing you can't do when you're zoomed in is play the footage, so there's that.
I see. And how do I zoom out again?
Just use the panel to lower right again, sir. See how it's gone from expanding to collapsing arrows over there? That's because you're zoomed in. And that about sums it up. Now let's find a little V for real. Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye and you'll do fine.
The footage is from Knight's holding cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. But suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking at instead? Could the person in the footage be someone other than Knight? If so, could whoever attacking them be something else too? I should keep both questions in mind while reviewing the footage.
Never know what you're gonna do once you start looking things up close. Check every detail, sir. You'll find something, I'm sure.
This footage seems odd. I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment.
כן, זה לא נראה כמו הכלב של קאנס, זה נראה הרבה יותר קטן.
What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is
a bear של קוסרטו.
That's not a dog. It's a bear.
What? So the paw prints from the photo I took?
We're not canine, but ursine.
ועכשיו אני חושב על המונוקאפס, God damn it. A bear? So, could that mean...
Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? And if we were mistaken about the creature in the footage, it's not inconceivable that we were mistaken about the person in the footage too.
Maybe there's something in there that could prove it, sir. Something to show that it wasn't night.
You're right. You can't see the person's face, which means that direct identification is out of the question. But perhaps there's something that can tell us who they are indirectly.
Indirectly? Like the mirror?
Yes, it's certainly worth a look.
אז עכשיו פה.
Oh, what?
Oh my god, זה כן השקעה פריים ביי פריים. אתה רוצה להגיד שזה שומר? אוקיי! אוקיי, אני מטומטם, אז זה פשוט היה רוצה להגיד שזה בעצם שומר.
The figure is reflected in the mirror here too. Is that a hat?
Hey, doesn't that look like the hats the gods wear, sir? Oh, jeez. Is that what I think it is?
Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a god recently?
None that I have heard of.
But this may not be a god at all, but somebody dressed as one. Perhaps this might shed a little light on the mirror of the hat.
Oh, a uniform.
Take that!
So, no gods have been reported being attacked by an animal as far as we know. Why would they hear about a god's spare uniform being stolen? Could the person in the security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a god? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed?
A god disguise? I guess it might work. Wait, are we just talking about someone?
They were indeed. Someone who seems to have successfully made his escape.
Concerto!
They had assumed it was night in the security footage. Well, it was in his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory.
אבל עכשיו ידע שגם... אבל עכשיו ידע שקרסרטו יכול גם להיות שמה.
Perhaps, but now that we know about the hole under the bed, it is no longer the only possibility. Whoever had access to the tunnels could very well be the one caught on camera. And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court who you believe this person to be? The person in the security footage is Carcerato.
Take that!
I believe I know who our god in disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Carcerato, the prisoner who recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident it's him because he was assigned as a polar bear cub. He was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
But the bear in that video is all black!
Indeed. And we have evidence that explains why. The evidence explains that polar bear's dark fur is.
Saw it!
Take that!
Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Sowett's testimony.
רגע, שואל יותר מדי עסוק, אז אם ככה זה אומר שזה היה זה של... קרסרטו.
While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
And that animal could have been...
Indeed, our polar bear.
Overruled!
Mr. Edgeworth, your latest assertion is simply introduces yet another contradiction.
Marshall!
Objection!
Footage from the security camera. I truly understand, Your Honor. And your doubts are fully justified. Mr. Sowett mentioned applying a mud pack while the circus performance was underway. And this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning this security footage.
It does?
Yes, let's put it this way. When would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay?
If it was taken right after he applied the mud pack treatment, it should be around 9 a.m.
In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Azman! Really? And what's that?
Azman! A new contradiction does the security footage introduced relative to when it was recorded.
השעון. זה היה בשקט.
Take that!
Mr. Sowett said administered the treatment at around 9 a.m. In which case, the security footage should also show the time of around 9. However, the timestamp says 6:02 a.m. On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except for 3. Mr. Canis who remained in his cell in maximum security. Mr. Sowit, who was administering a mud pack treatment in the workshop, and Rocco Calcerato, who had been waiting for that precise moment to put his escape plan into motion. I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sowit before entering the tunnel. And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sowit's grasp to run after its human. Mr. Sowit would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Canis's dog retrieving the murder weapon from Knight's body. It all fits perfectly, except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp is 3 hours off. But why would the timestamp be wrong? Detective, I would like you to have the security footage examined right away, please.
I'm back, sir! I just talked to the guards and... Seems like the time codes can't slip on these cameras if they lose power.
What?
They're pretty old, sir. Guess the clock stops when the power's off.
Which would mean that the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point.
עכשיו אפשר לגשת לבריכה room שהיה בעצם ביארד? That's not all, sir. You remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him, considering, well, you know, he seemed kinda like the only suspect. Turns out, that wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold, just like the other guy. מחזק את זה שזה קלסרטו.
Which may not necessarily have been a lie.
Miguel Calcerato.
The darlings, there you all are. How goes the investigation? Is there anything I can do to help things along? Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden Lagarde. The SCP, Mr. Calcerato. I believe he may still be on the premises. He is disguised as a guard. Here's the proof. Should you need it. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on this tape is our man. And if I'm correct, he might even be right here in this room with us now. Hey, Mr. Costello would have been wearing a bracelet, right? Yes. The bracelet could be easily hidden under the sleeves of his stolen uniform. Furthermore, the doors out of the prison proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. So if he avoided the doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape. Well, yes, I suppose he could. You'll just have to avoid the workshops and the cells and... Oh my. He's one of you, isn't he? He's here right now. Look, it's Teddy.
Hey, pass off! Get your mitts on me, you big palooka.
Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions.
Dang it, kid! If it wasn't for you, I'd...
What a thing is to be loved, huh, Mr. Caserato? I'm almost envious. Guards, apprehend this man! A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If we are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him. With your permission, of course. I can hardly say no now, can I?
Oh, come on then! Hit me with your best shot!
Mr. Caserato's escape route led directly into Knight's cell. So it's highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me what you were doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered.
איזה ארוך זה, Oh my god! אני רציתי לשחק investigation 2 בגלל שאני לא רוצה שזה יהיה ארוך. Jesus! Look, it was you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my sick girl with her. Oh, how long it took me to take that frickin' thing? Had me a gun, a hold dog, and a plan in place. So I went for it the day you found the guy. But at this little guy, just had to come right after me. This sack of fur was covered in mud too. I go back to our cell. I got away with it. Somebody had an off night and brought you bums down here.
You claim to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it?
How? Used everything I could get my hands on, see? Hammer, spoons, you name it. Spent every dime I had on this Kakame...
What was that?
Kakame fixer. What do I get... And what do I got to show for it now, huh? Don't be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day.
There was an outside chance Mr. Caserato and Knight met face to face just before Knight's death. I should see what ideas I can extract from here.
Hold it!
The uniform. Was that from the fixer too?
Uh-huh. Sure was. And he had something on one of the guards. And the guy swiped it from a palace locker.
And were you wearing it when you were crawling for the tunnel?
Nope. I got dirt on it. I'd hold on to it till I got to the holding cell. And once I was out of there and all dressed up, opened the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Here you go, I think. Freedom beckons. But then verbally he jumps up at me.
Which would be the moment captured on camera. I see. I'll be grateful if you could add that to your testimony.
Once I was out of that tunnel all dressed up, opened the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Llama.
Hold it!
Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say?
Sure. Anything seems easy after tracking yourself for a hole in the ground.
And you are familiar with the layout of the detention center, even though you live in the prison?
Why wouldn't I be? And like I've never been there before.
He's familiar with the detention center, then he'll surely be aware. that unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cells are locked with actual keys. And I'm sure Mr. Carcerato would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape. Okay, as I said, it's obvious.
Objection!
You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it.
Yeah, got a problem with that. As we can make it a problem if you catch my drift.
Even once you had wrecked Knight's cell, you'd still have another door to contend with. How exactly do you plan on opening it?
Mr. Carcerato, I posit that leaving the cell would have been a piece of cake only because you had the key. I don't got no stinking key. I didn't need one. It was a piece of cake because the door was open. I walked right out. Look.
Objection!
Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it. It was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you would finally succeed today, it truly was unlocked because it was after the murder. But you had attempted to escape previously.
Yeah, the security footage shows when you tried to and failed because Teddy caught you.
It was during the circus performance, before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at that time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to his cell on you. Without it, your escape would have not been possible. Are you saying, could he really have? I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was, in fact, perpetrated by none other than Mr. Carcerato. He was the one who attacked the guard. The Bronco. And just the guard, Knight too, all to get possession of the guard's keys.
It wasn't me, you gossip bum. I didn't even know this night guy.
Objection!
Ba't si Kadata mo siya lang sa piloto? After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape. A moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right, the moment of the show, just before the discovery of the body. Unluckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend.
So, huh? Gotta prove genius. This isn't your win yet, nah. Night knocked the guard out for the court, for the count, and everybody knows it.
Objection!
Don't play games with me. Knight was as much as the victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I've proved that Knight had been attacked in his cell. Adam.
Take that!
Found traces of Knight's blood on the cleanly wiped floor of his cell. What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him. You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys.
Ah!
Whoa.
Oh, well, it's weird, huh? That newspaper wiped that blood up good. Ain't no way you should have found it.
Okay, wait, why did you think you had to wipe it up anyway?
If they had checked Knight in the guard's hands, they would have seen those that have never came to blows. But that blood would have given up the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure out I was a firm man in the ring. Plus, once they start sniffing around on the floor, that you found the tunnel in a heartbeat.
So you wiped up the blood to buy yourself a lot more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity. Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems.
Now, hand over the keys. Right in the castle. Whoa. Get out my lousy, stinking bomb. Fine! Want keys? Here! I hope you choke on him. Perfect.
Overruled.
Wait a moment. If Mr. Casarato here had the keys. Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory lies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape his cell. That was the only way he could have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that the theory cannot possibly be true.
Ow! Perfect counter, baby! Perfect counter to that hell! Guess this changes things up a bit, huh? Yeah? Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about the tunnel. No! Freaking Mr. Casarato, you're under arrest! Come quickly now, pal! Well, you got the wrong guy! I didn't do nothing! Why, fine! Knocked those two chumps out and I stole the keys! But after that I went right back to my cell and waited for my moment. Next time I went to that cell there was nobody around. And I mean nobody! Plus his body was found in the workshop. If I just magicked my way in there or something, I couldn't even have gone out myself.
Indeed. You had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Canis's dog could. It was not you but Helmut who moved the body from your cell to the workshop. I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy. Indeed. One can easily imagine that Mr. Casarato and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Casarato could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell.
And then Mr. Canis's dog took him from there to the workshop.
There were no restrictions on the animal movements within the prison. Movements between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There is one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Casarato.
How can you be so sure, huh? Maybe there's more to them and you just don't know.
Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough.
You got that right. You tried scraping more than one hole in the dirt with a spoon. Look, for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of the work for me.
What? You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself?
Nope. Found it when they put me in that cell. Ran all the way there to the well in the yard already. If I look down to the well and you check it from there, it was the same tunnel, alright. I just made good on what somebody else already started.
Huh. And what was the original tunnel for?
Who knows? You're the one with the answers, pal. Maybe somebody else tried to break out.
Oh. Or maybe the animals dug it. Like, to get water from the well or something. I heard more plausible scenarios than that in B-grade movies, okay?
Oh, that's right, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there. Oh, come to think of it, I smell. Yeah, always smelled kinda nice down there.
Nice.
Gee, I don't know. Smelled so like dessert, I guess.
A sweet scent. That sounds very familiar. I did we come across a sweet scent before?
Nice.
Detective Nagumsha noticed a sweet smell when we were examining Knight's body. With the help of the police dog, we followed the scent to the body and chased its route back through the prison. And that, Mr. Carcerato, was how we found your tunnel. Could that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well? Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth. You mean to suggest that this is evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel? I do.
Furthermore, Mr. Carcerato, you are the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had the access.
You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerato. Truly. Finally the truth comes into view. Now unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident.
What? Pin this on me.
I'm glad to see that we are finally in agreement, Your Honor. Oh, if only we were, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Carcerato may have been an accomplice, but not of Mr. Canis. No, he was working with Mr. Knight.
Hold it!
Lama la pirato.
What do you mean? I do not believe he moved Mr. Knight's body. Instead, I believe that he lent Mr. Knight the use of the keys he stole.
Oh my god!
You can't be kidding me! Granted, it seems likely that he attacked Mr. Knight. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was knocked unconscious as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerato had reached a certain agreement?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Knight was planning an escape for which he required a means of leaving his cell. And there was that precise means, in the form of the keys Mr. Carcerato had just stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcerato himself will need to pass over Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carcerato's plans would have been ruined. And so, the two struck a deal.
Lady, the only striking I do is with my fists.
My. Still you deny it?
So, we agreeing that we still disagree?
Mr. Knight had Mr. Carcerato unlock his cell so that when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Mr. Saint was then able to move into the prison proper just as planned.
למה שהוא יוצא להיות בתוך הפריזן? בגלל הסרקס?
How? And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the deed.
Objection!
Were neither of you listening? The scent on Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel. It was moved from his cells to the...
What?
Perhaps if you let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. I am not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at?
Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows the route the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell.
Huh? No, it didn't get down there.
There is another possibility. One you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could the body not have entered the tunnel from there?
A well in the yard? Oh yeah, that thing!
Mr. Singh did not take the cage to the workshop. He took it outside. There, he killed Mr. Knight and threw his body down the well. Mr. Canis's dog then dragged Mr. Knight's body here to his owner's cell from the bottom of the well. On that note, I would ask you to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery?
The circus show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone. Wait, Simeon? Ah!
Aha, indeed. And so you see how it must also have been him who disposed of the body. Judge Govell is truly a formidable opponent.
היא גורמת לי לשבור את הראש שלי בכל פעם שהיא פאקינג מדברת.
See, she so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts. I propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop. And as we have established, Mr. Saint was off stage for 15 minutes. Ample time to throw the body down the well. I am sure you will agree.
Objection!
Your deduction is impressive, Your Honor. However, if it's supposing that Knight's body was indeed thrown down the well,
You cannot conclusively say that it was during the show.
it could have happened at a different time.
Overruled!
My sympathies, Mr. Edgeworth, but it simply could not have been.
What?
Mr. Caserata was using the tunnel around the time the show began. Mr. Caserata, did you happen to trip over a corpse while you were down there?
No. Place was clean.
If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Caserata would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing.
זה מה שזה אחרי.
Which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Miss Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that bad but Mr. Saint?
What do we do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
If the body did indeed enter the tunnel from the well, things don't look good for Mr. Saint. Still,
Your Honor, the theory is still just that. A theory.
And I posit that you lack the evidence to back it up. Oh! Oh, רגע! גם אפילו שזה במצב מוקדם, האוטופסי רפורט היה אומר בעצם זה היה נופל דרך הוואל.
I concede that, for the moment, I do not.
May I suggest that we investigate the yard again?
Very well. May the goddess of justice go with you.
תן לי לסיים את זה כבר, אומייגאד, אני כבר 3.5 שעות פה.
Now then, to the yard. Perhaps we could finally put this case to rest.
וואו! אני ממליך! אני ממליך!
What's that sound?
אומייגאד, אשכרה הייתה אזעקה במשחק, לא באמת. אם זה היה אזעקה באמת, נראה לי היה טירוף שהיה קורה פה. Yikes! Is there a fire? Did somebody else escape?
Should we maybe skip town too? Darlings, please. There's nothing to be alarmed about. Oh, wait, I mean, that's not an alarm. It's the dinner bell. Although I suppose it is sort of alarming if you aren't used to it. It certainly scared the heck out of me. I'm so sorry, sweet pea. I hope you can forgive us. Alright, you two. Back to your posts. Chop chop. And as for you, Rocco Casarato, it's time you went back to your room.
Alright, I get the picture. Come on, Teddy. We're out of here.
What on the guard? We'd like to take one more look around the yard now. Oh, darlings, don't you have homes of your own to go to? Visiting hours are over, I'm afraid. Tomorrow,
No, it's imperative that we investigate right away.
I think we've had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murderers, escapees, so eventful. It's time our guests went home to Betty Buys, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Ugh.
Come now, darling. Don't make me bore you with all that I am the warden. This is an order nonsense. Warden Lagarde is right. Our word is law here, and we must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation of the yard will have to wait until tomorrow. You may keep your badge for now. The matter of your standing can wait. I bid you all good day.
חשבתי שזה לגוד. אבל לא, זה.
I bid you good day.
כי זה כבל. לא, חשבתי שזה לגוד.
What are you waiting for, kittykins? Off you go! Fine. At least there is a tomorrow for me. Gavel believes that Knight's body was dropped down the well. And then taken from Mr. Casarato's cell to the workshop. But is that truly the case? Do the facts really support her theory? She also seems to believe Mr. Saint had to be the one to move the body. But was he really the only one with the opportunity to do so? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Tomorrow's another day.
תפסיקו פנאף 4!
We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will. Yes, we will. I will prove that Mr. Saint is innocent, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Hold it! למה זה קצת עצבן אותי בתור זה שאני יותר פייננס פרדיס, אבל כל הזמן יש tomorrow is another day, tomorrow is another day, tomorrow is another day. זה קצת הקפיץ אותי בגלל פנאף 4. סורי, אבל קודם כל, אבל במקור אני בעצם צ'אנל שהיה בו בעצם Five Nights at Freddy's לפני הכל. וזה הולך להיות הסיום של הפרק של היום. אולי ככה אני יכול לעשות עכשיו ריסט למחשב. אז כן! כאן היה ריפרים בסרטון האלה, ובאשר אני מקווה שנהנתם. וביי ביי!